Have you ever felt the kind of pain that cuts deeper than any wound? The kind that leaves you questioning everything you know? Imagine the searing anguish of losing not one, but 5 of your children, without answers, without closure. This is the haunting story of George and Jenny Sodder, a family torn apart by tragedy on Christmas Eve in 1945. But this isn't just a story of loss. It's a web of mysterious clues, unanswered questions, and the chilling possibility that the children might not have died in the fire but were taken. Welcome to Mysteries Uncovered, where we're diving into the Forgotten Mysteries series. If this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button because we unravel stories that demand to be heard. And trust me, you won't want to miss this one. As we unravel the truth behind the Sodder Children, keep watching. There's more to this story than meets the eye, and the answers might surprise you. Dawn's story. It was a crisp, quiet Christmas Eve in Fayetteville, West Virginia. The Sodder family's home was alive with laughter, the warmth of the season filling every room. George and Jenny Sodder, along with their 10 children, were celebrating the holiday like any other family, singing carols, exchanging smiles, and soaking in the joy. By midnight, the younger children were tucked into bed. Jenny stayed up a little longer, enjoying the silence before turning in. But at around 1 a.m., she woke abruptly to a loud thud, followed by the unsettling sound of something rolling off the roof. A chill ran down her spine, but she dismissed it and went back to bed. Minutes later, she woke again, this time to the acrid smell of smoke. Jenny ran out of her room and her heart sank. The house was on fire. George and Jenny quickly gathered 4 of their children and fled the burning home. But 5 children, Maurice, Martha, Louis, Jenny Jr., and Betty, were trapped inside. George's desperation to save his children was palpable. He tried everything. The ladder he kept outside was missing, his truck mysteriously wouldn't start, and the phone line to call for help had been cut. Bloodied from smashing a window with his bare hands, George's efforts were in vain. Within an hour, the house was reduced to ashes. When the fire finally subsided, a grim search began. But there were no remains, no bones, no traces of the 5 missing children. Authorities declared it an accidental fire, citing faulty wiring. Yet George and Jenny refused to believe it. The clues that emerged only deepened the mystery. A bus driver claimed to have seen objects being thrown onto the Sodder roof that night. Jenny later discovered a strange rubber-like object in the yard, which experts identified as a grenade. Even more chilling were the eyewitness reports. One neighbor saw the children in a passing car during the fire. Months later, a woman at a Charleston hotel claimed to have seen them accompanied by 2 men and 2 women. Fueled by hope and grief, George and Jenny began their own investigation. They put up billboards, distributed flyers, and offered a $5,000 reward for any information. Their efforts unearthed more strange leads. One day, an envelope arrived containing a photograph of a young man resembling their son, Louis. Scribbled on the back was a cryptic note: Louis Sodder, I love brother Frankie. Elil boys, a 90132 or 35. The family hired a private investigator to follow the lead, but he vanished without a trace. Despite the mounting evidence, no definitive answers ever came. George died in 1969, still clinging to the belief that his children were alive. Jenny passed away 2 decades later, her heart heavy with unanswered questions. But the mystery endures. Did the children truly perish in the fire, or were they abducted, leaving behind a lifetime of agony for their parents? The Sodder Children's story isn't just a mystery. It's a tragedy that speaks to the depths of human love and the relentless pursuit of truth. Their parents never gave up, and their unanswered questions still haunt us today. So, what do you think happened that fateful Christmas Eve? Could the children have survived, hidden somewhere in the shadows of history? If this story moved you, don't leave without subscribing to Mysteries Uncovered. Check out our other episodes like the Bermuda Triangle or Atlantis, and stay with us as we continue exploring the Forgotten Mysteries series. Remember, the truth is out there, it's just waiting to be uncovered. Until next time, keep questioning and never stop seeking the truth.